Crip Story. So you're 6 and your mom has polio, but she won't talk about it. And you know you're a freak, but you don't read in history class about Crips who lock down a building that says it wants to help us, and we say it's saying fuck you to us. No one tells you about a Mexican femme who paints her back brace and her fake leg and makes out with Chavela Vargas. You don't read about the freak show, the ugly laws, the million indigenous words for disability that have nothing bad in them. You just know your brain's weird and you can't ride a bike and you fall down in the shower and get sick all the time and see visions and you're lucky to have bad HMO health insurance. Crip Story. No one tells you that sick and disabled folks like lions make history. Your mom is busy passing as fuck. When you turn 21, she'll say, "You know I had polio, right? You know I can't walk down the street more than 30 feet without pain, right?" You don't know. She's surviving the best she can by faking it, a skill that she'll teach you. You're both making history. 2 disabled women, 1 white and straight and working class, 1 brown and queer and working class, surviving. Crip Story. It's not safe for you to be soft, to ask for things. You run away, an achy-hipped girl on the bus. You're making history. 10 years later, you see a queer, disabled porn where a white queer femme in a wheelchair has sex in the disabled stall. Waits for the accessible bus to come the way you pray for a seat in the Crip zone. You stammer stutter, "Can you claim the D word?" You're making history. When you're in high school, ADAP locks down their wheelchairs and scooters in front of buses and trains who are violently apologetic, "No room for us." History. In 2002, queer disabled people of color who will be your friends in a decade call out the White Disabled Queer Conference on Racism, Crip Story. In 1993, your friend gets a double amputation after they got run over the first time they train hop. In 1994, their tiny zine, Ring of Fire, about queer and quip and genderqueer and drag, doing drag by amputee, falls into your 19-year-old hands. 25 years later, you meet at a Sins Invalid show. You go to brunch, talk about your Crip sex moments, collaborate in art and love. They go to speak to the nursing students about being disabled, teach Crips at their physical rehab job how to fuck, love, be in their bodies. Crip Story. And when I was 2 years old, you all said fuck it and took over. You crawled. You made everybody stare because everybody always already stared anyway. You crawled up that flight of stairs because that's what rehab wanted you to do, crawl. Because what else could you do but crawl? Because we know crawling is art, as just another way our disabled bodies know how to make our way through this world. Took over that building that never helped us, made out with each other, made love, made history. Crip Carnival, the opposite of the nursing home. You got free. Crip Story. We don't know what we give birth to. We don't know what just keeping breathing at disabled folks will help us give birth to. We're not supposed to give birth. Our genes are dangerous. We're dangerous when we find each other, at the bottom of the stairs, in the Crip seats on the bus, in the waiting room at Kaiser, on Tumblr. We're dangerous, all these points of Crip Story like stars in the sky. You didn't know what you'd give birth to. Occupying the Department of Rehab, making out, reaching to us disabled folks almost 40 years later, all our sweet, drooling, broken, beautifully danger. A cosmos of Crip Story. All these moments like stars in the disabled genius sky.